wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
EJ, NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special, we have special guests in the building. This one is just running a little late. The first special guest we have is Anthony Anderson. Welcome, brother.
What's going on, baby? How you feel?
I'm good.
And
all right.
Marsai Martin was supposed to be here, but you say you blame yourself for her not being here?
You know, it's my fault that she has become the star that she is, and I don't blame her. But she Hollywood today. She know we had to start this at 9:15, and it is now. What time is it? 9:31. She's 16 minutes late.
Mm-hmm. When y'all are filming together, because y'all are in the new movie together, G20.
G20, yeah.
When y'all filming together, how do you get out of the rhythm and mind state of Blackish? Because y'all did that for so long.
Yeah. You know what? That was something that we never really discussed while we were on set. You know, Viola, requested me to be her husband, and then they were looking for someone to play our child or children, and I told them to hire Marsai. And never once did Marsai and I discuss the rhythm that we have had, because we have a great shorthand with one another for 8 years and 175 episodes of Blackish. But, I wanted to make sure that no one confused that or saw us falling to that pattern, just as actors and knowing someone the way that we do. And I hope we didn't. Did you guys see the movie yet?
I seen some of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they seen some of it.
I don't think we did. And that's something that we never discussed with one another, but it's something that we talked about, since we've been out doing press, and people ask us that question.
Let me ask you a question as an actor, right? Do you like when interviewers watch the movie beforehand? Because I feel like sometimes I try to watch bits and pieces, but I don't try to watch the whole thing because I feel like I get a whole movie away.
Yeah, you ruin it before it comes out.
Well, that's you ruining.
Yes.
You probably couldn't keep a motherfucking secret.
Exactly.
You be the nigga that's snitching on everybody in the neighborhood.
Definitely.
Definitely. It's like, don't let that nigga watch the movie first.
Because you want to talk to the person about what you saw.
Yeah. No, actually, that way you have context, and we can talk about this. It's like, and when this. So yeah, I like it. When they do, that way we can have an informed conversation about the work that we did and all that. And then you can talk about, he's like, you was whacking this. And I was like, okay, cool.
Nah, you don't want to do that.
No, be honest. Why not?
I used to do that.
Yeah. That's the Charlamagne the God that I know.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that no more because I don't want to mess up nobody's money because I know how hard it is to get these movies made.
Right.
And so at least I like the movie to live a few weeks.
Yeah, I know to live.
Before you shit.
I didn't say shit on the movie. I just said, maybe a scene or two before. Because I didn't just say shit on the movie, Charlamagne. I just like, when you did this, man, I didn't believe that. That wasn't unbelievable. But when you got your ass kicked, that was believable.
Got you.
I'm sorry, guys. I was gonna say I wanted to go back to Blackish, right? I know we talk about it a bunch of times. But why don't you think they make more, I would guess, sitcoms like that? Like, growing up, I had, Different World, Cosby Show, but my kids had Blackish.
Yeah.
Why don't you think they make more sitcoms like that? Because they do well.
They do. I don't know, man. When Kenya and I looked at the landscape of television, at the time before we created Blackish, we looked at what was missing from television for us. And we missed shows like The Cosby Show. We missed A Different World. We missed shows, just even going further back, Good Times, The Jeffersons, All in the Family.
Family
shows
Matters,
that have points of view and characters that were irreverent, and that you knew where you stood with them in honesty and authenticity. You just can't make that up. You know what I'm saying? What we did with Blackish was our life. It was me and Kenya. We sat down and we talked. She's here. Ladies and gentlemen, she's here.
Hello.
She's here.
How are you?
Good morning.
Oh my God, it was worth the wait.
Good morning.
It was worth the wait.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He was just talking shit about you.
He definitely was.
She knows.
I'm aware.
She knows.
Hi, baby.
And I told them I created this monster.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you what happened before you walked in.
Sure.
Back up for a second. Just back up for a second. I was here talking, and Jess realized, and she's like, she ain't here. She just threw your motherfucking mic down just like that. Hold on. When we, sure, you can use that excuse, Jess. When you're watching it, you're going to see her just slam your mic down as I was saying that you're not here. She slammed that shit down, baby girl.
Don't believe that,
She slammed it down. You'll see it.
Now I gotta put it back.
You see it? No, hold on.
Oh my God.
There
we go.
You see it?
Yeah, no, that's good.
She
You good, boo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
You
hold
walked
on.
in at the right time because Anthony
Hold
was
on.
answering the
Your-
question he didn't want to answer anyway.
Your seat can't be higher than mine. You
There you
bring
go.
that shit down. Okay.
There you go.
Forget where you are.
talking about Blackish,
I'm
the
your
landscape.
daddy. No, that's just landscape of television. You know, those things, just can't be created out of thin air. And it's just about us telling our authentic stories. And that's what it was. That's how it was born. We would all love to see shows in that vein. We would all love to see shows like Blackish and My Wife and Kids and Bernie Mac and all those shows that I talked about. But they come once in a lifetime. I shouldn't say once in a lifetime. Once in a generation or whatnot. When it's something as great as that, because when our show was like a breakthrough, and it allowed other shows to happen. Fresh off the boat.
Chinese-ish.
Yeah, right.
What? Chinese-ish. I've never heard of that.
Carmichael show. You know what I'm saying? Not that it was us that created that, but it was us that created that avenue for other networks. It's like,
Gotcha.
oh, this is working over there for them. We need our own version of that. And that's how it happens, man. But you have to have authentic stories, and with people that people want to watch and see on television.
Both of you and Viola play ex-military in this
Yes.
film. When she called you, did you say, okay, I got to get in some type of shape? Because I know Viola going to be in shape.
How you know he wasn't in shape before?
I tried.
How you gonna disrespect me?
Viola's already
I-
action
Jesus.
figure.
I
Did you
tried.
train?
I did
You
not
didn't
train at all. Train for what? You read the script. I got my ass kicked. I was like, I ain't got to train for that.
Yeah.
But no. I thought I was in decent shape to portray whatever it is that they needed me to do in this film, and it was cool. It was great. But yeah, when you get a call from not just Viola Davis, Viola is an EGOT, man. I mean, when somebody like that requests you. You have to show up and show out. And I believe that's what we all did, Marseille included.
Yeah. How was it shooting in South Africa? Because y'all were in Cape Town, right? How was that?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it. It was my first time in Africa as a whole. So
You're welcome.
yeah, it was.
He like your real dad.
Word.
All right. It was new. It was very new to me, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And we got to experience it from any different points of view. Literally, we got in, and it was winter there and summer here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the hemisphere.
Yeah. So that was a lot. We got to experience like the South African wind storms that they be having, which I had no idea it was a thing. And then we went on strike. Then we came back, and it was summer there and winter here. So
How did that affect the continuity of what y'all were doing, the film?
I don't think it was that bad.
It
You
wasn't.
didn't even notice,
No,
honestly.
it wasn't. It lasted a few months, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
We didn't have to reshoot anything. We were able to stop at a great place in the film and come back and pick up where we left off. And it was up to us, as actors and whatnot, to be professional. It was like, all right, well, I can't go back to eating the donuts. I gotta be straight. I gotta keep this right.
Right.
Now, Marsai, how's it dealing with Anthony? Because he's been in your life for so long, right? And this is when you were a lot younger. You're 20 years old now. How is it dealing with him?
I've been through this before. I played these games before. I don't need that. I played these games before.
I was just gonna dump it all up there. Just be honest. Just go talk to him. Just talk to him. Don't worry about it. Just
Okay,
talk to him.
listen.
Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. Speak from
He
the heart.
is always will forever be like my bonus dad. I love him so much. He's seen me from ever since basically I came out the womb to now.
Well,
so
not that far back.
I mean,
Your real daddy had something to do with that.
Yeah, I was 8. I was
Okay.
8.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's been a minute, and I mean, it was so much fun. And honestly, it was filming. Once again, it just was like picking up where we left off. So,
But I
Yeah.
want to say this about Marseille. Marseille came in and auditioned for Blackish at 8 years old.
Yeah.
I witnessed her greatness. Everything that the world is seeing right now, I witnessed this at 8. And I pulled her aside and I told her this. And this is where she is. And I also told her that one day I'm going to be coming to her and begging for a job. So I just need you to remember this moment right here. So when I come to you, you got my back. And she was like, I got you.
yeah.
Do you feel like you had a childhood, Marseille?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it looks different for many people. I mean, I feel like everyone has a childhood. It just looks different. For me, it was just I've always, even before the show, I grew up around so many adults in my life. I grew up with my grandma, my great grandma, and like everybody in the house. So, and I was an only child for most of my life. So jumping into a show that was basically the same thing. I mean, it was nothing new.
She got an old soul. My nickname for Marsai is Lil Coretta. I gave her that name at 8 years old. Lil Coretta. Yeah, she embodies all of that. Yeah, that's Lil Coretta right there.
For sure.
Now, you promised her a call when she turned 16. Was that true?
I mean, everybody want to talk about that. I'm
just curious. I just want to know if you followed through.
I did.
Oh, you followed through?
I didn't follow. No, I promised you a call.
How old are you now?
I'm
20, right?
20.
Oh, so she need 4
4 years late.
But first off, she ain't got a driver's license.
Okay,
I'm a responsible parent.
I was gonna say that.
I'm a responsible parent.
He didn't know that for a minute though. He just didn't.
You don't think I keep in contact with your mama and your daddy in real life? I talk to them.
But still, they ain't like, oh, Marsai got a license.
But do you have a license?
I don't.
See, that's why you ain't grown
so
yet.
There
You just
you go.
grown-ish.
Hold on.
Ain't got your license
I do
yet.
have a car
But
though.
she doesn't just have a car. She has a vehicle.
I have a car.
Okay.
But
What kind of vehicle you got?
I have a
Nice one. You ain't got to stop. Why are you telling them what you got? I have something. The world don't need to know.
Luxury car.
She has a luxury
Right.
vehicle with not even a license. She ain't even got a driver's permit.
Okay.
She must have a driver.
You know what we call that? We call that nigga-ish.
Have you met her real mom and daddy?
Hey, yo.
Jesus.
You need to meet Carol and Josh down here. You're right on point.
Listen. It's there whenever I decide to take that. I definitely said I wanted to get it before I turned 21. I was I can't be legal in these spaces and not
You be riding
illegal
dirty.
in
You've been in
I
these
got
streets
you.
for a while. And I'm glad she no longer wants the car that she asked me for, so I'm good. I'm off the hook.
Oh yeah, no.
What did you ask me for?
She wanted a purple electric car. I'm not going to mention the name, but she wanted a purple electric car.
Purple
Okay.
electric
And
car.
I was gonna get it for her too. I went shopping. I went to the electric car place and built it for her and all that.
Dang.
That's funny.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, nah.
What do you have now?
I have
A luxury vehicle
I was gonna say I
that
got
takes
it.
fossil fuel,
Sir,
a lot of it, to get from point A to
I have
point
a
B.
black mini like sports.
Stop! Stop! Why
okay.
you stop?
It's cute.
I know it's cute.
I
It's
didn't have any
fly.
other details.
But they don't need that. They don't need sports luxury
Why she don't got
He's in
SUV.
that?
dad
like a
mode
cute
right
Yeah,
now.
he really is in dad
They don't
dad
need
mode.
it. Okay, go.
So tell us about G20 for
Go
people
on,
that...
tell
Yeah.
about that G-Wagon you got since we talking about
I know, that's right.
G20.
Because I got one. You give me 5.
That's
That's right.
right.
I got one
Second, bro.
That's right. That's
Lord
right,
have
Martha.
mercy. Yes.
Right.
Tell
us about G20 now.
him it's bulletproof, like the president's beast, like your mama's car. Tell him it's bulletproof.
G20
got
is
run
about
flat tires.
Tell us
G20.
about G20.
Let's promote this.
Okay, I thought we were promoting
Yeah.
your
No.
G-Wagon. No, let's talk about this movie, G20,
Yeah, you
that
can
starts
start
streaming globally.
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah,
It-
April
it-
10th.
Yeah, globally. We just don't make regional movies. We make global movies, right,
Yeah.
baby
I
girl?
wanted to ask you about that, Anthony, because I feel like your international presence has grown tremendously. Have you been intentional about that?
Always been intentional about that, man. And you know what? It started when I started making movies with Jet Li 20 some odd years ago. The first one was Romeo Must Die, and that really was just on a global scale. And then to be able to work with some of the people that I've worked with in almost 30 years, man, with Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Jim Carrey, the Farrelly brothers, Martin Scorsese, just people like that. It just continues to grow and get bigger. Yeah, so it's really been intentional. And it was also intentional to move away from the comedy at one point to do more dramatic roles, so I wouldn't just be typecast as just a fat, funny dude. It was like, no, this is what I do. I've been training at this since I was 9 years old, so let me really show you my range and what I can do. And so I was able to do that by doing shows like Law and Order and The Shield and movies like Hustle and Flow and The Departed and things like that. All of those were strategic moves. Yeah.
And speaking of range, how was it seeing Viola Davis in her action?
Hack. She's a hack.
What is that?
She's
Action.
It's not real.
Action. Is
I
it
mean,
an
you know.
act?
No,
No.
it's definitely not an act. Let me tell
No,
you.
no, I said she's a hack. No, I didn't say it's an
I
act.
heard you. I tried to act like I ain't hear you.
No, they were like, she's an actress. What? She ain't act.
I just didn't hear. I didn't know what you said.
No, it was
It was amazing.
You've seen Viola cry on screen, snot
bubble,
bubbles,
you know what I'm saying?
and all
That's
that. We didn't even made a joke about her and her snot bubbles and tears on Blackish. It was great to work
beautiful.
opposite. You know,
We
she,
don't talk about Viola's snot bubble enough. That was like Denzel's glory tip.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
was, no, but working
Yeah.
with Viola was a dream come true, and I mean, you know, look, man, she's an EGOT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there are only about 18 EGOTs in the world, and you know we got to work with one in a very special way.
Yeah.
How did that make you step your acting game up, Marsai?
I mean, obviously, when you jump into something unprepared, you just kind of want to. Honestly, in that set, it was the most comfortable set to be in, especially with something that was so challenging and so different. But what I loved about Viola is she feels like a family member already.
Yeah.
No,
Like, she
Marsai,
is
go
so
and tell the truth. Tell the world how you made Viola work in the scenes that you was in with her.
What do you mean?
Tell them how you made her work.
Uh-oh.
Tell them how you made Viola Davis step her game up.
No.
This is why
listen.
Marsai was late. This is why Marsai was late. She
Yeah,
said, "Look,
that's what I'm
I'm gonna be
saying.
dealing with
No.
this."
Tell the truth. Tell the truth for shame and double, Marsai.
No,
You
I
wouldn't be
mean-
sitting here if you didn't make an EGOT work and be like, ooh, I got, ooh.
Anyways, I think
Yes, correct.
See, they ain't
Anyways.
seen the movie yet, Lil Coretta. And when they
It-
see it,
it
they was
was
like, oh,
great.
Aunt was right.
it was
She
great.
made Viola work in them scenes.
when you see the film and you see the character arc that my character goes through within her relationship with her mother, it's a story that I wanted to tell for a very long time.
Gotcha.
And to be able to
You
have
changed
that
your nail
dynamic.
color again? This is the 4th nail color
No,
in 4
it's
days.
not. No,
Okay, I'm
it's
sorry. Go on,
not.
finish your story. Go on.
You
I
like
just
them?
I
Thank
love
you.
them. Yes.
Yeah, so it was very special to be able to tell that story with Miss Viola. I mean,
Yeah.
it was really special.
Oh, now you're
and I
gonna
know,
show her respect.
and I said Miss Viola.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying. I'm saying if Miss Viola was here doing this interview, you wouldn't have showed up 17 minutes late. It's all good.
So,
All right.
Basically,
That's what
first
I'm
of all,
saying.
we in New York. Okay.
Okay, what that mean? I didn't go to sleep last night.
There's a lot of traffic. There's a
Wow.
lot
Why
of
did
stuff
you go to
going
sleep
on.
last
Because I was
You
outside.
was outside.
I was outside.
Oh, Anthony, you outside. You
I'm
was
outside. My
He
pickup
be-
this
he be-
morning was
he be
6:45 for Good Morning America. My driver pulled up. I was walking into the hotel.
You are also a man who just puts an outfit on. I gotta like
I understand.
Hair,
everything.
makeup.
Hair,
I
makeup,
all
you know what it
that.
is.
Yeah,
I
you gotta make
You know
sure
what
your
it
outfit
is.
We
look
get it.
good,
It's
your
your first
wardrobe.
interview of the
Marsai,
day.
is this the last movie that you're gonna do with Anthony Anderson?
Not at all.
Listen,
Because you seem like
I'm
you're
used to
tired
this.
right now.
Not
I'm
at
used to
all.
this. I'm used to
She
this.
ain't
It's
new
been
to
a long-
this. She
it's been a
used
long
to this,
press run.
dog.
But no, I mean, honestly, we know what the mother and daughter dynamic looks like for many, many people. I mean, I go through it with my mom. My mom went through it with her mom. So to be able to tell that grounded story within this action-packed world, and I mean, the super high stakes with your mother being the president. I mean, it's a very special thing to tell.
Yes, I have a
Especially
question
with
for you.
her.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
How old is your oldest child?
12.
12. Yes,
Yep.
a son, right?
Yep.
How is that dynamic with you? You know, Marsai's talking about the dynamic between, you know, daughter and mother.
Yeah.
You know, you had a dynamic with your mom and whatnot. How was that dynamic for you as a mother with your son?
We are very close. We close. He is nothing that he won't tell me now. At first, it was a phase that he went through where he was very closed, very guarded, you know, and it took a while. It took the pandemic for him to open up. Like, you know, that's when I actually sat and got to really know who he was and who he was growing into be.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, we close. We're really,
Okay,
really
dope.
close. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
very sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah. I definitely learned within this time of like jumping into my 20s and being able to understand my parents more and having more of those like deeper intellectual conversations about just life as a whole, friendships, relationships, and all of that. It's like you learn that your parents it's their first time living too.
Yeah,
right.
they're just
And,
people.
Yeah, they're just people, and that's the first time of them having a 20-year-old daughter and
Yep.
going through these things. And And
they had a life before you got here.
And they had a
were
life
somebody
before
they were your parents.
And they're just trying to
Absolutely.
figure
You had
it
a
out.
revelation like that in the movie, sort of, kind of, though, when you realize that Viola's like a real.
How would you know? You didn't see the movie.
I thought I watched parts
Exactly.
of it.
Yeah, okay, dog.
Oh, you watched his part of it.
Because I don't like
He
to
saw
watch
the
whole
trailer.
thing because I feel like
He saw
I'll
the-
spoil it.
Oh,
he a
so
snitch.
it's for
He a
you
snitch.
mentally. Like you don't want to like have the interview.
It's
and
hard
then
to
you just-
ask somebody questions if you've seen it because you give it away for everybody.
Yes.
else.
No,
Don't have
that
his
makes
back
so
like
much
that. Don't-
sense.
come
I
on,
always
dog.
wanted
Envy,
to.
don't
Bro,
have
I
his
gotta
back like that. I get you. I
ride with him.
understand.
You know, I gotta ride. Like,
I get it.
We go all the way. But
All
then-
right.
Yeah.
But you did have that revelation in the film.
Yes, exactly. Which is why I was more excited to tell the story because it felt like I was going through that in real time. So yeah.
I want to know, as a just a regular person, how do you deal with just life with, even with dating? Because it's almost like you have two parents. Like, does he have to meet the guys too, or does
Yes,
he
I
have to
do.
meet?
It's almost like you got two dads.
It's like
Yes,
you have
I
two
do.
dads.
Yeah.
I met him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's met him.
so
He's
there's
fine.
someone.
He's great.
He drives one of them cars right there.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
They
That's
know-
the black door.
They know who your dude is.
Sir.
no, they.
I didn't say who he was.
Okay. Why you give a clue?
Do you have a goddad?
I do.
I
I
was
do.
gonna say-
and he's a firefighter. Like he's
No,
also.
no,
the
I'm
same.
not.
You're my bonus dad. Basically,
Oh,
like
okay.
should be
I
your
have
damn
multiple.
goddad.
Listen,
Aight.
I grew up with like multiple like
Yeah.
father
Figures.
figures in my life.
Got you.
Yeah, just call him and say, "Stop! Just stop!" Did you ever have to? No, it's just you just let him
You
go.
just take it. You
I
got it.
know. I mean, I'm like, you can't stop the madness. You know what I'm saying?
I just turn it on when we're together doing stuff like this. Other than
Right,
that,
exactly.
we good.
He's
have
very
we,
chill.
yeah, we have a great relationship.
Who takes more credit for your career, Marsai? Kenya or Anthony?
Me.
Wow.
She'll tell you.
There you go.
I say who
need
takes more credit, not who you give more credit to.
I was like more credit for my career. I mean,
Her.
myself.
Okay, that's right.
Right,
True,
get it,
true,
That's
true,
right.
True, true.
I got
Myself.
what he was saying. Yes.
Yes.
I get what he was
yes,
saying.
like,
but
yeah.
me.
Myself. He saw it from a very early age.
Got you.
And saw the impact.
Yeah, you would have heard that had you got here on time.
That was at the beginning.
I came here just waxing poetically about you. Just talking about how I saw your greatness at 8 when you walked in. There was just a light around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Sure did.
Exactly.
What does
Yeah.
the Blackish reunion look like?
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Damn.
Marsai don't show up to things.
Damn, Marsai.
Why are you putting all this
Damn.
on
She done
me?
grown
'Cause I
up,
can't
now
put
she
it on
don't show
Tracy.
up.
Why not? Me?
No, we would love to have and I hope we have a Blackish reunion soon.
How long
Yeah.
has it been since the show ended?
It was-
Like 2-3 years. Right?
almost it's going on 3 years.
Yeah, I was 17, going on 18. So yeah.
Yeah, you
How
just,
close is everybody? The cast? They got everybody still keep in touch.
Yes, my twin Miles, he's truly my best friend.
we
Yeah.
call him Playboy Cardi now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
little
he's in
Playboy Cardi.
his Playboy Cardi era. Love him.
What do you got, dreads and face tattoos?
No,
not yet.
No,
He
no.
just-
He got
just
a baby.
outside.
Oh,
just
don't say
outside.
not yet.
Just
I was gonna say,
outside.
got a baby
Okay.
with a white woman. You know that.
Oh, damn.
You know, Playboy Cardi got a baby.
Oh, okay.
with
Well, I'm
Iggy,
gonna have to
so I
stop
just
calling
went-
my man Playboy Cardi. Then I'm gonna have to think of another
He
name
just
for him.
really likes
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
But no, he's my best
Hold on, I didn't
friend.
want to put that on him.
We have a friend group like all together, and
Yeah.
we're working on some things as a whole. And
Did
no,
you call him
he's-
back last
he's
night?
the
Did you
sweetest.
FaceTime him after we were
No,
done?
I went to sleep. He knows. He knows.
that's
He knows what it
cold-blooded.
is.
I was
I
right there
can
when you
sleep by
told him he was gonna
9:30
face him.
mentally, so I'll be turning off my phone. But we talk all the time.
How much did this role scratch you, Anthony? Because you said it's a drama, and like you are known
Yeah.
for the comedy, and you're also playing like the nurturer role.
Yeah, like my man's not an actor.
The
Like, he
woman
only
is
play one
like
part.
the head of the household
Yeah.
in this one.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Anthony.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
talking about acting.
He's asking questions. I get it. He didn't see nothing. So, again, goes back to the dynamic between Marsai and I. Not falling into that shorthand that we have. And I've been a part of some great films with action in them. I've never been a part of an action film. And so I just had to be prepared for that to make sure that it was believable. And it's not, that's just Ann up there going through the motions and doing that. So, I showed up, as I could. And to answer your question about, it's role reversal. Normally, the man is the president of the United States, and the first lady is being the nurturer. So these roles were reversed.
Yeah.
And you rarely get to see that. And I was playing the nurturing role in this character or with this character for my children, and allowing the power, not that women don't have power and use that power and have that power in films, but allowing Viola's character to have that power and wield it and not be emasculated by it, and just understand that I'm standing next to this right here. We're in this together, but she has her role and I have mine.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure I showed up for that and not fall flat. And so people was like, oh, okay, that was believable. That was real.
Could you be in a relationship like that in real life?
I could. I'm secure in my masculinity and my manhood and who I am and what I bring to the table. So yeah, I could definitely be secure in a relationship.
She would
like
have to
that.
have the money and power, though.
It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter?
We're a team.
Okay.
You know, we're a unit. We're working on this together. It's not, oh, you do. Nah. Just like in any marriage, in any relationship that we have, it's a give and take. It's an ebb and flow. It's like, okay, I'm here doing this, you doing this. You know, so yeah.
How did that work for you, Marsai? Because you the boss. Yeah, you got your own production company. You are a boss when you step in the
ma'am.
room.
Yes.
You know, how would you want the man to show up?
Oh wow.
Role-wise?
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think it's communication and listening and understanding and a willing to understand. I feel like at times I've had multiple conversations with a bunch of different people, and I think the main thing is them ready to respond without actually listening and understanding what the whole situation is.
You hear that race car driver guy?
And
Oh God.
and he's really great at that. Honestly, like he
Great at being a race car driver, or great at being what you need in a relationship?
emotional, vulnerable, understanding.
No, he is.
Yeah.
And look, I get that from the two or three conversations that I had with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's great, and I mean, I think what's important is that, you
Because
know,
if he wasn't, I was gonna run him off.
Sir,
I was gonna
It's
run him off.
embarrassing, Dad. That's what it just
Yes,
seems
but-
like. Jesus.
Just being real. I mean, hey man, you're not good enough, but he is.
he's the best.
Yeah.
And
Look how she smiles and lights up when she talks about it.
Right. That's amazing.
She was FaceTiming him in the car yesterday, and I was like, oh my God. I had to snatch the phone and talk to him. I was like, what's up, Playboy? How you doing, man?
So
Yeah.
he is your calm, like, you know, 'cause
Yes.
it's a lot of hype
he's
around you. and it's a
he's
lot.
my patience.
Yes, I was gonna say, how
He's
does
my
he deal with your
stability.
star?
Yes.
Stability and patience.
Yes.
Those are great things to say about
Yes.
me. Thank you.
Sure. Patience and stability.
I love you, Marsai Martin.
I love you too.
No,
And
baby.
Oh, that's dope.
That's my
but-
girl right there.
yeah, I mean, I think that's the utmost important thing that a lot of men kind of lack is vulnerability.
Yeah.
And being able to have that emotion and have this kind of like stance as what a man should look like. So
That's why therapy is important. Like I got
therapy is
homegirls.
so important.
I got homegirls that say they refuse to date a guy who's not in therapy or hasn't gone to some type of therapy.
No, okay.
Yeah. Or even having the communication. But honestly, too, I don't know. I've also seen guys that have therapy that take it the wrong way, and it's like, she told me to do this, and I'm doing it. Like it can look like so many different things. But I think just being as open as possible to have that communication is like the top priority for me. So as long as you're listening and hearing me and know what's going on in my life, and reassurance is everything. So
My last
all of
question.
that is important.
I know you got your production company and everything, and
Yeah.
you've done a lot.
She about
and
to ask
so
you for a
much-
job,
so much
Marcel.
more.
I see where this is going.
Years ago, and I still
I
ain't
see
get one,
where
so
this is
that is
going.
not my question.
Oh, my bad.
I did.
Sound like it.
When you first told me that
Yes.
you had a production company, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be auditioning for you. You was like, I'll see you there, and haven't heard
Damn,
anything.
Marcel.
But it's okay.
Damn,
It's
Marcel.
totally fine.
I mean, shoot, the things that hey.
Marcel's like,
Things
"Hey,
that-
just
hey,
I'll still see you
That's
there."
not my question. No,
Okay.
Oh, that where you going?
It
That's
was-
not my
it was-
question.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't. I didn't even ask nothing yet. Damn, I wanted to know what else did you want to do? You know, you at a very young age, you've done so much.
Yeah,
And you still
thank
got
you.
a lot more life to live and a lot more career to go. What else do you want to do?
I think seeing how far my creativity can get and how broad it can be, I feel like what I love about creating TV and film is like you're basically building these new worlds to where it can be in touch to reality as much as possible or not. And I think what that's what I love about just what we do is it feels so real.
Yeah.
But it can truly be whatever you want, whatever comes to mind. So I would love to kind of just continue to build worlds that people can live in, understand, and it be timeless
Yeah.
and can last forever.
Are you
And
going to run
I
for
think-
president?
No.
I need you to create this world. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm working on my festival right now, which is very world building for me, which is very exciting. It'll
What's
be
the festival?
It's called Say Summer Cookout, and it's a destination type of festival. So the first year was in Atlanta, second year was in DC. This year it'll be in Houston.
Nice.
Okay.
In August 31st. So
What do you
that
do?
would be
What
exciting.
do we do there? What do
we do? It's Black-owned businesses, vendors from, it's like Texas-based vendors this year. We have performers, of course, that is from and cater to that community, and it's HBCU centered. So I think that is something that I've always wanted to do. It's an avenue that I feel like is so untouched and mostly overlooked. And I'm very excited to, and also be in touch with adults, new adults my age, you know, going through the same things. I mean, even though I'm doing this and you see a camera on my face, there is no difference between that person
when the camera
and I.
goes off.
So, and it's no phones. It's no phones.
Oh,
The
wow.
first year we did no +1s. It was literally come as you are. And to be able to have these celebrities and these students want to become them one day or do something in that light, and they have real conversations at the cookout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that I've truly wanted to do. And then, I mean, on top of that, we have podcasts, of course, still movies coming up. I have a movie coming out with Courtney B. Vance soon, which is very
Nice.
exciting.
That's
so,
okay. We're not here to talk about those
I
things.
mean, we're talking. She said, "What's next?"
Okay,
And I'm telling her,
you
"What's
just told
next?"
you could have just said other movies. You could have just said other movies.
So,
right
yes,
now
I
we're talking
think-
about G20 with Anthony Anderson,
which is
and Viola
also
Davis.
amazing, and that's the next thing coming
okay,
up.
there
So
we go. Yeah,
just
that's-
more world building things that challenge me, and
I'm
going
going
to
to challenge
forward
you.
from there.
Okay, that's enough.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on
okay,
your festival.
look,
That is
Thank you.
the hour is
And
almost up.
Actually, tell me, what do you want to do in the
movies. I want
industry?
to do horror
What-
movies and comedy.
Horror
That's what I
movies and
wanna do.
comedy.
And
Okay.
I got a little drama to me too. You know, I
Yeah.
can cry on cue, all that.
Okay,
Yep, just
sweet.
did it on live a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
literally,
She could cry.
Yeah, sorry, all
no,
that.
I
Okay.
just
Bonnets.
love acting. Period.
Bonnets.
What?
I didn't say nothing.
What do you say?
I didn't say
Don't listen to
anything.
him.
I'm
Don't
listening
listen
to you.
You talking to me?
Yeah, okay, there
Whatever
we
you
go. I
say.
can sing
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, you can sing
all
too.
of that.
Okay,
All of
good.
that. Okay,
Guys,
I got you.
they
Now
gotta
that
go,
I
guys.
know,
No,
I
we're
see you.
sit here all day.
I see
Marsai,
you.
is there a
Thank you.
reason that I haven't been invited to your little festival for the last 2
Your
years?
little festival.
No,
Wow.
love
Little
that
Festival
festival
is definitely
idea,
not. But it's exciting because we are expecting like 6,000 to 8,000, which is exciting.
And you're
Yeah,
teaching
it's
your
about
generation how to
That's
actually have conversation and to network with
Yeah,
people and look
and
people in the
connect.
eyes and talk in a real way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
building a real community, not that digital social media stuff.
Yeah.
But you were invited.
No, it
you've
wasn't.
You've known since the beginning.
No, okay.
She said no.
Are you coming this year?
phones.
Knowing since the beginning
Are
and
you
then
coming
say,
this
hey,
year?
I need you to come talk to my peer group are two different things. You
Are
just
you
said,
coming
yeah,
this
have
year?
stars there and just talking to people that want to be like them one day. I mean, what's up?
Are we coming this
August 31st, I'll be in Houston.
year? All right, beautiful.
They gotta go,
Look,
guys. They
that's
got
another
TV.
promise. Let's see.
No, only I do. She ain't got nothing else going on.
Show up with that purple car.
She had already shot her Vogue cover shoot yesterday. She ain't got nothing.
Oh, you did Vogue yesterday?
No, I definitely did not. I don't know what he's talking
It
about.
wasn't?
He's manifesting.
Oh, I thought it was Vogue. I thought you just had all that under control.
I
No?
mean, sure. Let's
Okay.
do it one day.
You got your own
I did a
makeup
lot of
line.
press yesterday, though.
Yeah, you
so
did.
we was running around like
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, yeah.
I want to end with this. I asked Anthony this question earlier, but when y'all film together, how do you get out of the rhythm of Blackish? Because y'all know each other so well, personally and professionally.
It seems like it never leaves.
It definitely.
But it has to when you doing something like G20.
I think it touches back what I was saying about creating a whole new world. I think you're building a character. For me, I'm building like, okay, where did she come from? What were the experiences that she went through to get to this point now where she feels like she needs to be rebellious? Or is this a new thing for her? How new is it? So I think these are all of these questions that I put in my brain before jumping into a role, especially someone like Serena, who's very multifaceted and kind of just not really
They don't
understanding.
know who
Yes, I
Serena
do.
is.
Serena
He probably
is
thought you
who
talking
I
about
portray in
Serena
G-
Williams.
Serena
you know.
is who I portray in G20.
Okay. Oh, you know that much?
Yeah, when I watched it, I saw that
Oh,
part.
okay.
But like,
Yo.
yeah.
Lying.
What you mean? Could you let Marsai talk? What's wrong with y'all?
When I watched it, I saw, really?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Serena was amazing. Layers,
Yeah.
a lot of
They
layers.
didn't
to her
mention her name in the
But,
trailer,
I mean,
so I was just wondering.
For me, it's like what makes her different than any of the other characters that I played. So that's my take on it.
And she's dope in it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she was.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but you mean, yeah, she was.
He says the typical stuff. I don't know if you heard it. He's like,
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she
layers
was.
to the character.
I saw it. Well, okay.
Well, G20 is streaming now on Amazon
Not
Prime.
just streaming now, streaming globally.
Globally.
Tell the
Globally
people
now.
globally. We don't make regional films.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much, Marsai Martin and Anthony Anderson.
Oh, I thought you
So
forgot
good
about
to
me.
see
No, she told me to say her name first.
Yeah, no, she should.
No,
it's
wait,
good.
how did I do that?
Yeah, you just did.
texted me.
By showing up the way that you did. They know who the real diva is. I bow down to you.
You've earned it, Marcel.
Yes, you have.
In your young 20 years of life,
Yes,
you
you
have
have.
earned it. First on the call sheet.
She was the reason we got.
appreciate it,
She was the
though.
reason we got the first 3 seasons of Blackish on the air. I'm just gonna give it to her.
Oh,
She
It's
was
going
the
to be a
God
movie
bless
where
you. I appreciate it.
somehow, some way he play your son. Somehow, some way. We're going to have to get that.
So she can sun me.
That's right. That's right. I got to
Gotta
see
work
it.
on that, Marcel. Science fiction,
Please.
something.
Science
And then you
fiction.
gotta- And then you got to put me
Let's
in
make it a
it.
horror
you gotta
flick.
be in
It
it.
has to be a horror
You
flick,
get
baby.
created by
Let's
credit.
be
Because I
on
feel like
something
she
Jess
did that,
in it.
not me. Not
Oh
me.
my goodness.
That was all her.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.